photos, and trip planning. Membership gives you all this and more for less than $6 a month, and I can add loved ones for half off. Call or visit your local branch today. AAA, your membership to go.
To 15-year-old Harper, buying an $80 vintage rock t-shirt is a great investment. To Harper's mom, this logic has a few holes in it. So she helped Harper open a Wells Fargo Clear Access banking account. With no overdraft fees and tools to track spending, Harper's learning, one heavy metal tee at a time. However you make money work, Wells Fargo can work with that.
Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/deposit disclosures for fees and details.
Hi, I'm the VP of Play at Harrah's Auction Casino, and it's time to make your summer shine with Summer Play Fest. Now through Labor Day, live music, weekly winners, and one lucky guest takes home a brand new Jeep Rubicon. With Caesars Rewards, you could win your share of more than $700,000 in cash and prizes. Summer Play Fest at Harrah's Auction Casino. Play for all. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Know when to stop before you start. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700 or 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Visit the Caesars Rewards Center for details.
So, you're ready to propose, huh?
Yeah, man. She's definitely the one.
What are we thinking about the ring? I got my wife's at Hellsberg. I couldn't recommend a better jeweler.
I could use some help with that.
Man, go to Hellsberg. I had no idea how many details you need to consider. Did you know you can get a natural or lab-grown diamond? I didn't. Figure out what she wants. Trust me, they'll make it happen.
Start your story with Hellsberg. Shop in store or at hellsberg.com.
Superstar Car Wash, the car wash with superpowers. Sign up for a free car wash today. That's right, totally free for a limited time. Because we love what makes you shine. See website for details.
The KDUS AM 1060 app is brought to you by Law Bear Auto Accident Attorneys. Hurry to lawbear.com.
That's lawbear.com. The bear has your back.
It's the lunch break.
Wednesday edition of the lunch break here on KDUS AM 1060, the free KDUS AM 1060 app, and you can watch us on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube channel. Chris Schubert, producer Evan is over there on the other side of the glass. Thanks for hanging out with us here today on the show, reacting to last night's shutout loss for the Arizona Diamondbacks. More on Brendan Sorsby and a pro day that has been scheduled. And yes, the latest from the World Cup, because the Stars were out yesterday in full force. Producer Evan, how are you today?
Nobody knows. I'm good. Another great day in the World Cup. We got a good one on right now. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hump day. Halfway through the week.
That's right. Halfway through the week. Just 6 more hours of the lunch break between us and the weekend. How about that?
Wow. Love doing that math. How are the wings coming along?
We didn't have any for breakfast today, so we're going to have to make some up at lunch, but we're doing okay in the wing department. I am eating the wings. We have a fantastic dueling draft. Happy National Mascot Day to you. June 17th.
That's a big one.
National Mascot Day. We're going to draft the best sports mascots in hour number 2 of the program. But let's start with our daily special here today on the show. The Diamondbacks shut out last night by the Angels, and we got to start with Merrill Kelly.
Time for our top story of the day. It's the Daily Special.
Merrill Kelly in the month of June. 0-3 with an 8.27 ERA. 5 home runs allowed in the month of June. 9 strikeouts to just 6 walks. And 4 times this season, Merrill Kelly has allowed 6 earned runs or more. 4 times in 12 starts. So some quick math for you. A third of the time, Merrill Kelly goes out there and he doesn't give you a chance to win the baseball game. A third of the time, Merrill Kelly goes out there and he throws a stinker, a clunker, whatever word you want to use to describe it. A third of the time, Merrill Kelly is almost unpitchable. And that's what happened last night against the Angels in the second game of this series. as the Angels get to him for 6 runs. They score 7 in total, and they shut out the Diamondbacks. So I don't know what's worse. Is it Merrill Kelly having as bad of a night as he did last night, or is it an offense that had, 4 hits in the game? There's so many offers in the box score, it's hard to see where the hits came from.
4 hits and completely non-existent last night. I said Reed Detmers has been pretty good in his last 2 starts.
Oh, he's not that good.
I mean, come on.
He's not that good. Reed Detmers isn't shut you out good.
No.
But he was last night against this lineup that just it just feels like they're stuck in first gear, right? They've never really gotten this out of the blocks. Can you name a time this season where everybody's been clicking? And when I say everybody, can you name a stretch where Marte and Carroll and Perdomo have all been playing their best baseball? I can point to times where Ketel Marte is playing his best baseball. I can point to stretches where Corbin Carroll is playing his best baseball. Geraldo Perdomo hasn't really had that stretch just yet. And so it feels like they're constantly fighting uphill, swimming upstream when it comes to their offense. It just feels like they have been fighting it for 70-plus games. And so when you combine that with a starter who's supposed to be old reliable, who's supposed to be the guy you don't worry about, he's almost supposed to be the guy you take for granted, right? Merrill Kelly's the guy that you just assume is going to go out there and compete for 6+ innings because that's all he's done as a Diamondback. That's the reason why he was the priority over Zach Gallen last offseason. That's why he got the 2-year, multi-year commitment, and Zach Gallen just came back on a 1-year deal late in the process. Because Merrill Kelly maybe didn't have the highest ceiling out of any of the starters you had in your rotation, but he certainly had the highest floor. Or at least that's what you thought coming into this season. Shout out to D-Back Stats and Info for putting this together this morning. It's where I pulled the note of the 4 times this season where Merrill has allowed 6 earned runs or more. Between 2023 and 2025, so the previous 3 seasons, 75 starts, Merrill Kelly has allowed 6 earned runs or more 5 times in that 3-year stretch. He's done it 4 times this season. What we are watching from Merrill Kelly is the outlier. It's the exception to the rule. It is an inconsistent pitcher when he has been the model of consistency. And if you can't get that, and you combine that with an offense that was able to put together just 4 hits last night, it was a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it was a recipe for disaster, and it was, to be honest, the opposite of what Zach Gallen has been over the last 2 years, right? Like, this is the outlier. With Zach, it feels like the consistent stretches are the outliers. And so to see this continue to happen for Merrill, you just start to scratch your head because you don't really know what's going on. And last night was another bad one. And it comes against an Angels lineup who just isn't very good. There's just not much else to say other than that lineup really isn't that good. And it was another bad start. So, yeah, I am concerned. I'm concerned about this pitching staff as a whole. I mean, we've talked multiple times that we want them to go out and add a starter. And when you get inconsistency like this from now Merrill Kelly, I really feel like they have to add a starter.
Well, I'll tell you what it makes me wonder. If Merrill Kelly struggles, are they going to be in a position to add a starter at the deadline? Is their record going to reflect a team that should be buyers at the deadline? I mean, if they can't get consistent starting pitching from Merrill Kelly, and we know the trials and tribulations of everybody else in that rotation, are they going to be in a spot to where going out and acquiring a starter makes sense at the deadline? I mean, that's a long way away. It's still, a month plus?
Yes,
from the deadline?
Correct.
So there's still a lot of games to be played. But if this team's going to be this inconsistent, if a third of the time Merrill Kelly is going to be that version of himself, at least this season, I don't know if you're going to be in a spot to add at the deadline. Because, to your point, right now, I don't think they need to add just one starter to this rotation. I would make the argument they might need 2 or 3 starters at the deadline. And you don't make that many moves at one deadline.
That's a complete overhaul.
Right. You just don't do that in June and July. You add a piece. You add a starter. You add 1, maybe 2 relievers. You add 1 bat. You don't necessarily go out there and overhaul your entire rotation. Those are the types of moves that are saved for the winter time, that are saved for the GM meetings and the winter meetings in November and December. You don't do that in the middle of a season. And so right now, that's how I feel about this rotation, is that they just don't need one arm. They need multiple arms. And if that's the case, are they going to even be in a position to add an arm come the deadline?
Yeah, I don't know, other than to say, I mean, Merrill hasn't been good all year. Like, yeah, there's been stretches of a couple good starts, but he hasn't been great all year. And this inconsistency has been something they've been dealing with since he came back. It's not like this staff has been awesome outside of that little stretch post-meeting. This staff has been inconsistent the whole time, and they are in the mix. So I don't know. I don't really know if they can stay in the mix and continue to pitch like this. It feels smoke and mirrors at times. We've said that multiple times with this team. But they are in the mix right now, and the wild card really hasn't run away from them, even with the inconsistent starters.
And it was just yesterday that we were saying, Merrill Kelly had 1 bad start at the beginning of June. That was inflating his numbers, but he's put together some quality starts, and he's been overall good the last couple of times out. And then last night happens, and you're like, oh, okay, I don't want to squint and try to paint a rosy picture anymore, right? I don't want to do that. The guy has an ERA north of 8 in the month of June. This pitching staff is just inconsistent. In the same week, you can get Ryan Nelson to pitch the way that he did 2 nights ago, and Merrill Kelly, the guy that you expect to be the model of consistency, goes out there and does what he does last night. I mean, would you have been shocked if those 2 box score lines would have been flipped? If it was Ryan Nelson, the guy who gave up the 6 earned runs, and it was Merrill Kelly who went out there and dominated over 7? No, you wouldn't. And that just shows you that at times, this entire organization, this entire team has been living in bizarro land. It's the complete inverse. The bullpen has been the strength of this team.
Yeah.
The offense, which was supposed to lead the way, you have question marks. It's just this entire season has been like, to quote Stranger Things, we're in the upside down.
And to feel like the entire time you have not gotten consistent starting pitching. The one thing that has been consistent is the back end of the bullpen. The lineup, the mainstays of it have been really lackluster at times. Geraldo Perdomo feels like he's never been able to turn it on. You said it right when we opened the show. I can't remember a time where not only the core 4 have been kind of not, all playing well at one time, but where 2 of them have been playing well at the same time. We're like, I don't know if a Corbin Carroll run of getting hot has overlapped with Ketel Marte's.
Yeah, I think this team is 1 game above 500 in spite of an offense that just hasn't clicked at all. And they've got talent. They're mostly healthy. And so it's just you're sitting back and you're waiting every single night for it to come together, for them to put it together for a stretch long enough to make you believe. And the reason why you still sit down every night to watch them play, the reason why you still think that they can do it is because despite all of that, they're in the middle of the race. They're in the middle of the wild card shuffle with all of these teams. And so that's what makes you sit down every night and you're waiting, you're hoping that tonight is the night where they do it, because if they are able to put it together, I said yesterday, I don't think anyone is going to run away with things in the wild card race. I don't think anybody is built that way among the teams that are in the mix. But you can at least put yourself in the front of the pack if you go on that run. And they just haven't been able to do it outside of those 13 games against the Giants and the Rockies.
That's the only run where they have looked like a good baseball team. And credit to them. Like, it wasn't just playing the Giants and the Rockies. Like, you looked like a good baseball team in the process of doing that. But outside of that, name one stretch where over 4 games they have looked like a top half team in the National League.
Yeah, I don't really think you've had that stretch. I mean, remember, they walked into that 13-game stretch 20-22, 2 games below 500. They've been below 500 since coming out of that 11-2 stretch. So it's just they haven't put it together for a long enough time period outside of those 13 games. And everyone is critical of those 13 games because of who they played. And when the competition is increased, they haven't been able to come through. Now, because you won on Monday, you have a chance this afternoon to win the series, to still put yourself ahead of the curve here on this homestand. And you've got Eduardo Rodriguez, his third chance, I think third or fourth chance, going for career win number 100. Hopefully he's able to get it today. He was a little shaky his last time out, so you're looking to see him bounce back as well, and hopefully he can deliver a series win this afternoon for the Diamondbacks. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. We've also got you over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. Our guy Eric over there says, what happened to the wing challenge thing? Is that over? Oh, no, my friend. A lot more wings to be had here. I will probably, since I didn't have any for breakfast, we'll be enjoying some wings during hour number 2 of the program. So if you are looking for some more wing content, don't you worry. It is coming your way. I finished week 1 at 112 wings. I was 13 wings short of my goal. I ate 25 wings on Sunday. I ate 25 wings on Monday. I ate 25 wings on Tuesday. So that's another 75 wings. So that puts us at what? 187 wings down?
Correct.
So that is 63 wings to go. I'm saving the last 5 wings for Wednesday.
I guess it's really...
Friday.
2 full days left you have.
I have 2 full days left, yes.
So you need to consume...
58 wings.
58 wings in the next 2 days.
Yeah. So I'll eat 25 today, and then I'll probably maybe have 27 today and finish the rest off.
Yeah, and then you would
tomorrow?
need to have, 31 tomorrow?
Well, yeah, you're allowing me to save 5 of the wings for
so you
Friday.
need to eat... So you were 13 behind, which would put you at... You would need to eat...
58 wings over the next 2 days. It's really just that simple.
Yes.
58 wings over the next 2 days. I haven't had any today, so I'll be enjoying some in hour number 2 of the program to chip away at the 58 that I have to get through over the next 2 days. So we'll keep you updated as the show moves along in that regard. When we come back, the draft moves closer and closer for the Phoenix Suns. Is the draft their best chance of making a big splash? That's next, the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
While Brissett will be in attendance, it's uncertain how much on-field work he will do. So my read of that is it went from a holdout and it will now become a hold-in. To be honest, him being there and not doing anything is almost more of a distraction. We've seen this. This is the new way players go about getting their contractual demands filled. They don't hold out and not show up, but you're starting to see more players be hold-ins.
Live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Don't let rising gas prices stop you from having a clean and healthy home. Hey, it's Audrey from the David Mahoney Show, and Zero Res is keeping comfort affordable with powerful cleaning at a price families can feel good about. You've heard me talking about how your home can get a little bit funky sometimes, and I'm not blaming you because I've got pets. I have 4 pets running amok, and sometimes my tile gets a little bit funky. I know that this is the prime time for outdoor sports and bringing those shoes in the house. Your house is probably funky too. No judgment again. Vacuuming is not sufficient to maintain the cleanliness and the lifespan of your carpet, period. Do not leave deep cleaning to yourself with DIY dirt-attracting, carpet-soaking machines. It's gonna smell, okay? Zero Res uses their platinum-rated cleaning system that safely and effectively removes all nasty dirt, dander, and bacteria. Zero Res wants to help you clean your home with a big summer savings with rooms starting at $119 and $499 per system for air duct cleaning. Visit ZeroResPhoenix.com and ask for the KDUS special.
Chicago, Stick, the Windy Cities Tour. Finally, 2 iconic bands together for the first time. September 1st, Mortgage Matchup Center. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. Don't miss Chicago and Styx. All the hits. Your kind of tour.
When I scraped my car in that parking garage, I was worried that it could be a long process to take care of it. Like a landscaper's first day trimming a hedge maze.
I have definitely already been here. Now, was it left, right, or right, left? Well, maybe I'll cut a path out and find my way back later.
But it wasn't like that. I filed a claim in under 2 minutes on the Geico app, and they handled it from there. It was taken care of almost as quickly as it happened.
It feels good to get help quick. It feels good to Geico.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. One of college football's most sordid scandals ever thankfully comes to an end with quarterback Brendan Sorsby ending his fight to play for Texas Tech and running off to the NFL supplemental draft. Good. Don't let the door hit you. That was the biggest waste of time ever and should have never happened in the first place. The guy broke the most obvious rule ever in college sports. You cannot bet on your own team, and he admitted it, and was quickly ruled ineligible by the NCAA, only to lawyer up and incredibly find a judge to reinstate him. And when the inevitable pushback came from everywhere outside of Lubbock, Sorsby's own coach, Joey McGuire, famously said, quote, "It's not murder." Right. But if it was, Sorsby probably would have lawyered up and found a judge who would have reinstated him for that as well. I'm glad this debacle is finally over because it's embarrassing as hell and it should have never happened in the first place. I'm Jim Rome.
Need parts fast? Need them now? O'Reilly is fast. Just one part that makes O'Reilly Auto Parts stand apart. Right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts, you can get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 qualifying brake rotors. Ask the professional parts people about additional brake pad and rotor upgrade options available at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ready to tackle each morning with the best sports information coming at you?
I'm going to take a logical approach.
Get that weekday mornings on KDUS AM 1060 from 6 to 9 a.m. with the Dan Patrick Show. Dan Patrick, the Danettes, sports icons, sports legends, celebrities, poll questions. The Dan Patrick Show has it all.
It's a crapshoot.
Be sure to lock your dials to AM 1060 or 100.7 HD2 from 6 to 9 a.m. Mornings just got better.
This story is about us.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert with you. Producer Evan on the other side of the glass. The NBA draft draws closer and closer. Producer Evan, can I get a excitement level check, 1 to 10, impromptu, for the NBA draft? 1 to 10, excitement check, NBA draft, go.
4.
Ooh, 4.
Well, right now they don't have a first-round pick.
So your excitement level for the NBA draft as a whole, you're saying is directly correlated to whether or not the Suns have a first-round pick?
Yes. Because, like, for me, the NBA draft isn't like the NFL draft. It doesn't carry that kind of weight of excitement for me.
Well, nothing does. I mean, there isn't a draft out there that carries the weight that the NFL draft carries.
Yeah, so I would call myself a 4. Plus, there's so much else going on that I think I'm distracted from
so you
the
think
draft.
You think World Cup?
I got the World Cup. I got, the NBA just ended. I'm still seeing all the Knicks stuff. So draft still a 4 right now.
I will say the NBA draft being so close to the conclusion of the season is a little weird at times, but I
get it. It just doesn't give the time.
Well, the baseball draft's in the middle of the season.
Yes. But the baseball draft is so different. Like in the NFL, you covet something by the time the draft comes around.
Well, and the other thing, too, is the NFL tries to just dominate every single part. And I also like that the NBA does their draft first before free agency. I kind of like that being the order. I don't think the NFL will ever change their order of things.
I was going to say, now I feel like they just have their schedule and they stick to it because they dominate the calendar. So, I mean, like, honestly, the season is played from September to February.
Yep.
You have the combine in March.
Yep.
You have the draft in April.
So you could very easily do the draft at the end of March. You could still have Senior Bowl in February. You could still have Combine the beginning of March. You can do the draft at the end of March and have free agency happen in April. And that's the place that you would do the flip. And you would still basically have the same content runway that the NFL normally has. Whereas the NBA,
then you would have
the draft kind of sneaks up on you.
And then do you have the draft, the schedule release a little later or a little earlier? Move it up just slightly because you got to keep people involved.
You could do the schedule release around Memorial Day.
Yeah, love that. Love that Memorial Day weekend. We do a schedule release video.
You do that in May, and then all of a sudden you got OTAs and training camp, and boom,
and
you're
now
back.
we're there.
Because I kind of like the idea of teams drafting first and then deciding what they want to do in free
I don't
agency.
hate that idea at all. I don't think they'll ever change it.
No, I think it is too much of a money-making operation in its current state that they don't want to upset the apple cart too much.
Not at all. But with all that being said, I don't hate your idea.
Suns get a first-round pick. Suns magically today, all of a sudden, Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, one of them gets traded, first-round pick for the Phoenix Suns.
I'm a 6.
So it goes from a 4 to a 6.
Correct.
So what would take you to 9-10? They got to have
They have the 3rd pick.
Okay, well, that's... So what you're saying is you're not going to be that excited for the NBA draft.
We're going
to max out at like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. A 6 or a 7 is where I would max out.
So 4 right now could get to a 6. And perhaps it could get to a 6 if the Suns move on from one of Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. And I've been wondering over the last couple of days, is this time period right now, from the end of the NBA playoffs, the NBA finals, and this lead up to the draft, and we see, I think, more so in the NBA than other sports, you see these lead up to the draft or draft day trades that involve players for picks. You see this a little bit more. It's more common in the NBA. Is this the Suns' best chance to make a move of Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, right? Is this going to be their best chance? I think we all would like them, if they were going to move those players, to do it before the draft so that they could get draft picks in this class to try and to continue to build out the young roster, the bench, the rotation, the pieces looking more towards the future, and some guys with some high floors that can help them next season, right? Balancing both of those things. You don't want to trade Grayson Allen in 3 weeks and you trade him for a future first or a future second, and now you're not helping this year's team. In fact, you're probably diminishing the ability of this year's team by trading a player like a Grayson Allen, like a Royce O'Neal, and not immediately replacing them with somebody else. And so, to me, if you're going to trade these guys, I'd like to see you try to do it in the next couple of days to, if it's possible, because I don't know what the market rate is for Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal. I don't know what they would covet in a trade. Not going to pretend to tell you that they're going to go for a first or they'll go for multiple seconds. I don't know. I don't know how teams covet somebody like Grayson Allen, who is a sharpshooter, a guy who can knock down shots, but a guy last year who battled a ton of injuries, was often on the bench late in the season. Does that change what a team is willing to give up for Grayson Allen? Royce O'Neal, not getting any younger, right? An older veteran player. Those guys have value. Championship teams that are looking for experience and 3-and-D wings on their bench might covet somebody like Royce O'Neal. Is it for a first-round pick, though? I find it hard to believe. Is it for multiple seconds? I don't know. But if you are going to get draft capital by trading these guys, I would much prefer you do it on the front end and get picks in this year's draft than to do it as the summer moves along and get picks in next year's draft. I want you to have more swings of adding to this roster right now, because You had a great year last year. You won 45 games. You were a surprise team in the playoffs. If you can add even more youth, excitement, buzz, right? Some hungry, energetic rookies to this team that are going to want to make a statement, that are going to want to make an impact, you might be able to graduate to that next level. You might be able to all of a sudden have a little bit of a brighter future. The path may clear up a little bit. You might be able to see a quicker path to contention. It's still a long way away, but the more swings you have in this year's class, because right now you just have pick 47, the better chance I think you have of accelerating this process. So I don't know if this is their best time to trade these guys, but I hope if they are going to move these guys, they try to do it now and they act with a little bit of a sense of urgency. Because I'll tell you this, Brian Gregory acted with a sense of urgency last year during the draft, and it paid off. It paid off in getting Kaman Malawach. It paid off in getting Mark Williams. It paid off in trading up to make sure you had the top pick in the second round to get Rasheer Fleming. It paid off having that urgency and having that aggressiveness. So if you have it again when it comes to two veterans that you may or may not be looking at dealing, it might be able to really help the Suns in this draft class.
Yeah, and I think that you said it best when wanting to have those picks this year, wanting to get that influx of more youth in, wanting to build on your momentum. You want to get all that done, yes. I also think, if you're going to have a first-round pick and you want to give that guy a little bit of runway to really figure out what he's going to be, you also want to set yourself up for that timeline that we've talked about so many times to then be able to move that person as a piece, like we talked about yesterday with the Knicks. That person is either a Josh Hart or they're a Dante DiVincenzo where we can move them to go grab another piece. Like, those are the conversations you're looking to have and to get yourself more swings right now so that when that timeline comes up, just feels even better and even more feasible for you to really attack that timeline.
I'm not diminishing the idea of picks in the 2027 draft, but you just have to wait then to see the return, right? So you're going to trade players off of your existing team and then not be able to really see what that traded netted back for you for a couple of seasons. And so that's why I would put a priority on getting picks in this year's class so you can continue to take more swings.
Always bet on yourself.
And just Brian Gregory can continue to show off what appears to be a pretty decent eye for evaluating and identifying talent. I want those swings now. I want those swings next week. So we'll keep an eye on this. Right now, the Suns only pick with the 47th pick. It does feel, you get the sense hearing from both national and local perspectives that the Suns have an interest, that if there's one place that they're going to be aggressive, it isn't going to be going out and getting a star this summer. It isn't going to be aggressively spending in free agency. But it does appear that the draft is the one area where this organization, in this new era, this new vision, it appears this is the place that they want to be aggressive. And I like it. I like it as a strategy. I think it's a good approach. I think they're going to have to hit some doubles and some home runs in the draft if they are going to turn this around. So it feels like if there's going to be a phase of the offseason where the Suns are uber aggressive, it's going to be within these next couple of days. So we'll keep you up to date on everything that happens between now and the NBA draft. But I am all in favor of going out there, being aggressive, coveting picks in this year's class, and getting as many swings as you can in this class to get some youth, to get some energy, to get some excitement, even more than you had last year into this team, just to continue to build off of what was a huge part of your team last year. Energy, excitement, buzz. Guess what? Replenish it with even more guys. They're going to be young, hungry, energetic, excited to make an impact. That's what they should be doing. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. We've also got you over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream where you can chat away with us as well. When we come back, a pro day is set. Will the Cardinals be in attendance? That's next. The lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
Car wreck, truck accident, motorcycle crash? La Bear Auto Accident Attorneys will fight ferociously to recover every dollar you deserve. Insurance companies fear the bear. Hurry to lawbear.com. That's lawbear.com. The bear has your back.
Stained. Break the Cycle 25th Anniversary Tour. featuring Seether. Stained. October 13th, Talking Stick Resort Amphitheater. With special guests, Hoobastank and Hinder. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com. Part of the America First Credit Union series.
The Lovebird Lowdown with Tom and Tawny.
You know, flying's overrated.
Bold statement for a bird.
Constant flapping, wind in your face. Much rather be in a Toyota.
Hey, you're right. Smooth ride, comfortable, quiet.
Just cruising along.
20 people dream of flying.
Give it a week.
Bird brains.
Right now, get 4.99% financing for 60 months on our most popular models, including Camry, Corolla, RAV4, 4Runner, and Tacoma. Or get low 2.99% financing for up to 72 months on a full-size Tundra. With great deals like these, now's the perfect time to visit your Valley Toyota dealer. Toyota. Let's go places. 4.99% with $1,887 per thousand borrowed for 60 months. 2.99% with $1,519 per thousand borrowed for 72 months. Offers end 6/30/26 and exclude TRD Pro and Trail Hunter models. See dealer for details.
For nearly 25 years, Primavera has helped thousands of Arizona students succeed with an accredited world-class education, tuition-free and from home. Don't wait. Enroll today at chooseprimavera.com. That's chooseprimavera.com.
With a Global Credit Card, you earn reward points for every purchase. Use your rewards at checkout at many of your favorite stores, or use points instead of cash when you shop online. You can even use them to book a flight up to 3 days in advance. New York, Vegas, Albuquerque. From groceries to getaways, redeem your way. Apply for your Global Credit Card now at globalcu.org. Global Credit Union, your world of financial possibilities.
Yes, I'm a fan. A fan of keeping mornings simple. A fan of cheap breakfast. A fan of starting the day right. And that's why I'm a fan of McDonald's. Because I can grab a sausage McMuffin for $1.50. Plus, they have plenty of other goodies in the under $3 menu. Like a sausage biscuit, sausage burrito, hash browns, premium roast coffee, iced coffee, or any medium soft drink. With breakfast this good, you're sure to become a fan of McDonald's too. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Ready to tackle each morning with the best sports information coming at you?
I'm going to take a logical approach.
Get that weekday mornings on KDUS AM 1060 from 6 to 9 a.m. with the Dan Patrick Show. Dan Patrick, the Danettes, sports icons, sports legends, celebrities, poll questions. The Dan Patrick Show has it all.
It's a crapshoot.
Be sure to lock your dials to AM 1060 or 100.7 HD2 from 6 to 9 a.m. Mornings just got better.
This story is about us.
Well, it is going to be the NFL story of the summer. Or at least it's going to be the story for the next couple of weeks. Because Brendan Sorsby earlier this week declaring for the NFL supplemental draft, and we've already got a rumored pro day date for Brendan Sorsby, and I can't remember a time where somebody declaring for the NFL supplemental draft is going to have a pro day this public, this widely attended, paying this much attention to. But Brendan Sorsby's alleged pro day on July 10th is going to be one of the more popular pro days in NFL supplemental draft history. Maybe since Terrell Pryor? I mean, did Pryor have a pro day? He probably did.
I was going to say, so did Pryor even have a pro day? You would assume so.
I would assume he did. I don't remember the details.
Hearing about it.
He probably did.
You're going to remember this entire stretch here with Brendan Sorsby.
And Pryor was a big enough name in college.
A huge name.
To where he probably would have had a pro day. You know where we go when we need answers like this? We don't go to AI. We go to Wikipedia. Wikipedia always has the answers for us. He had a pro day August 20th, 2011.
He had a pro day.
He did have a pro day. 17 NFL teams were represented. How about this? Over, under 17 teams.
I'll take the under.
I'll take the over. I think there's going to be a lot. I think every team is going to be represented.
You do?
I do. I think Sorsby is a prospect that separate out, and I just giggled and laughed there because I know how foolish this statement is going to be. Put aside for just a second the gambling, the potential suspension from the NFL. Just put all of that to the side for just a second. The talent level alone, you wouldn't be doing your job correctly if you didn't go and see.
Yeah.
Right?
That's very
As
fair.
a scout, as a pro scout, as somebody whose job it is to go and evaluate talent.
Somebody who moves like that, has the arm he has with the talent.
You have to go.
You have to go
and
see
you
it.
have to scout him. If then, in the course of your conversation as an organization, you decide, well, because of a potential suspension coming from the NFL, because we're worried about the gambling issue, the gambling addiction that Sorsby says he has, we aren't going to draft him. We're not going to submit a bid for him. That, I think, is a separate conversation. The pro day, going and watching the player, I think everybody's going to be there, including the Arizona Cardinals, as they should be. You are not, listen, just because you show up to his pro day doesn't mean you're endorsing his behavior, doesn't mean you're interested in taking him. But guess what? What do we say on this show all the time? You always pick up the phone. Somebody calls you and wants to talk about a trade for a player that you have no interest in trading. You still listen. You still gauge the value. You still have to do your job as an executive. If you're Monty Ossenfort, if you're the Cardinals player personnel department, and you, this offseason, moved on from Kyler Murray, you drafted a quarterback in Carson Beck with a premium asset, a day 2 selection. You've told the world, we are in search of our next franchise quarterback. Cat's out of the bag. Secret's out. There's no spoilers. Everybody knows you are searching for your quarterback. If you now draw the line at not even showing up to see what this kid can offer, are you really doing everything in your power to get the answer to probably the most important question in sports? Who is your starting quarterback? You wouldn't be doing your job. In fact, I don't remember the last time I said it. I know producer Evan has said it recently. I think it's organizational malpractice if you don't at least go to his pro day.
Yeah, and you have to see, I think a bigger thing that's going to be so important there is where other teams sit on this. Like, it's the first time to really see how other teams view this whole debacle.
I just think everyone's going to be there. I think the Browns are going to be there. I think the Jets are going to be there. The Cardinals
every team that needs a quarterback,
they're going to be there.
Every team that needs and doesn't have one of the top 5 quarterbacks should be there.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think you're doing your job correctly if you're not there looking at Sorsby. And then after you look, if he checks all of the boxes for you, if you go, oh man, like if you come back, if you're a Cardinal scout and you come back from this trip and you go, listen, this kid's great. I mean, the tape is great. See him in person. The ball just flies out of his hands. He's accurate. He's mobile. He does everything that you want him to do. If you are in love with a prospect that much after going to his pro day, if that's the conversation that teams are going to have when they come back from this, then you bring in the other stuff and you go, okay, what's our risk tolerance here? The first thing you have to do, though, is figure out, do we like the player enough? Then you worry about the baggage. Then you decide, okay, we like this guy. Do we like him enough to say we're willing to take whatever NFL suspension is going to come? We're willing to give up a pick in the 2027 NFL draft to get this guy. That's when you start to do, as a general manager, when you start, and you probably go into it with an opinion already somewhat formed of, this is what I'm willing to give up, or I'm not willing to give up, or I'm leaning towards being out on him. But you have to go through the whole process. Just because you go through the process doesn't mean you're endorsing his behavior, doesn't mean you're endorsing, taking him. But you have to do your job as an executive. You have to go find out. You have to see what he looks like in person. You have to have your scouts right now pulling up the film from Cincinnati last year and seeing what this kid looked like on tape to see, is it worth it? Is this worth even starting the conversation of, do we think we can handle this? Do we think we can take on the risk? Whatever risk you think it is. Are we an organization that is willing to entertain this possibility?
And for the Cardinals, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only thing,
why not?
The only reason I would be a little hesitant, and I say this because it's kind of a misuse of resources. Because if they use back-to-back middle-round picks
on
dart throws at quarterbacks, it does feel like, boy, you better get this right with one of them. One of them has to be your franchise quarterback. I said that yesterday, and I'll repeat it again today. I truly believe that if you do this, as the Cardinals, one of these guys, Carson Beck or Sorsby, has to end up being your guy. But it's not like you invested a first-round pick in Beck, and then you're investing a second-round pick in Sorsby.
Yeah, no, it's not that at all.
Right, that's the extreme, and I think that would be organizational malpractice. But you used a third-round pick on Beck. If it's a fourth or a fifth on Sorsby, I've seen worse use of draft picks by this organization.
If you go there and he's as impressive as I think he can be at his pro day, and you don't put a bid in, or you don't, say we're willing to put a fourth-round pick, I think that's organizational malpractice. I'm sorry, it's the hardest position to find in all of sports. It is the hardest position, most important position in all of sports. It's not even close. I need as many swings as I can get. And if I feel like Sorsby is a legit swing of the bat, I need to put in a bid.
And to be consistent, you and I are both believers in if you don't have a quarterback, draft a quarterback every year. So this would be in line with that thinking, albeit kind of a weird way to get there.
Yeah, albeit a weird way to get there, and you drafted one, but this is kind of an opportunity that fell in your lap. Like, you didn't foresee Sorsby in the supplemental draft.
Right.
You didn't see this coming. So you can't blame the Cardinals for taking a quarterback in the third round like this was going to happen.
No, if you want to be upset at the Cardinals for taking Beck, it needs to be just on the merits of taking him where they took him, not because now Sorsby is available.
Correct.
Because you can't go back and play Monday morning quarterback or have the benefit of hindsight. They didn't know in the moment that this was all going to transpire. Did any of us know this is how this was going to go?
No.
Nobody knew. In fact, when the draft was happening, I need to think back on this. The NIL deal was already done, and he was playing at Texas Tech next season. I don't know if the original allegations were even out by then. I mean, we can check it. But so you didn't even know that he had this problem. You didn't even know.
I don't think they were, because remember, it came out, and we immediately were like, supplemental draft?
Right, when the initial.
And you would have just said draft, ? April 27th.
So it's days after the draft. The draft was the 23rd, was it not?
Correct.
The draft is over.
23rd through the 26th was the draft.
Right. So Carson Beck already a Cardinal. Now maybe there were some rumblings within the league, but you that doesn't stop you. I'm sorry. If you like Carson Beck, you take Carson Beck. You don't not take Carson Beck because, well, we heard a rumor that maybe Brendan Sorsby might potentially get into a very lengthy legal battle between himself and the NCAA and then win it and then lose it. And
betting on games?
You don't, you take the players that are available to you at the board when they're there.
And let's face it, the other betting on games we got was the John Mateer debacle last year through Venmo. You remember that one?
I do remember that one. That was a leftover story, I think.
That was a leftover story, but that doesn't have the same oomph that this one has.
Here's what I say.
So you never knew.
A lot of teams are going to be there. A lot of teams are going to do their due diligence. They're going to be looking at the tape from him at Cincinnati last year. They're going to see how he performs at the pro day. They're probably going to want to have one-on-one conversations with him, right? They're going to want to get him into a room and have some really tough questions for him to see where he's at, and then they're going to make a determination. Do we get the sense that this is all behind him when we talk to him? Do we like him as a player? What does the NFL say about all of this? These are all questions that you kind of handle after you go to the pro day. So I think a lot of people are going to be there. I think a lot of teams are going to be represented. I think the Cardinals are going to be one of them. And then you take it from there. You go to the pro day, you see what he has to offer, and then you follow the process. You talk to him, you look at the tape, you do everything that you would do for a normal draft prospect in February and March. You do it here as well, and then you determine, is this something that would be a character concern for us and we would put him off our board entirely? Or do we think this is something that he had an addiction, he is getting treatment for it, he's working through it, he's going to be able to put this behind him, and we believe in him as a player and as a person? That's the determination you have to make as a team. But the first thing you have to do is you have to go to this pro day allegedly in July. July 10th is the day scheduled for that. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. The KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream is how you can watch and interact with the show as well. When we come back, wrapping up hour number 1 here of the lunch break, is there pressure on Mike Hazen at this trade deadline? That's next, the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
While Brissett will be in attendance, it's uncertain how much on-field work he will do. So my read of that is it went from a holdout and it will now become a hold-in. To be honest, him being there and not doing anything is almost more of a distraction. We've seen this. This is the new way players go about getting their contractual demands filled. They don't hold out and not show up, but you're starting to see more players be hold-ins.
Live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Living and having fun in the hot summer sun can turn deadly when mixed with stimulants. Stimulant drugs raise body temperature, impair the brain's ability to regulate heat, and makes it harder for the heart to cope with extreme heat. Studies show 1 in 5 heat-related deaths have involved meth, a stimulant that overheats the body, putting users at higher risk. Be aware and stay safe. Meth and heat is a deadly mix. Visit thenewmeth.com.
Sponsored by the Substance Awareness Coalition Leaders of Arizona.
The Gorillas, live in Phoenix. The Mountain Tour 2026. Performing at Mortgage Matchup Center, Friday, October 23rd. With special guests, Little Sims and Deltron 3030. Get ready to feel good all over again. The new album, The Mountain, is out now. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
At Banner Health, we don't wait for the future. We build it. We're finding new ways to treat cancer with our own immune systems. We're among the first to treat Parkinson's with a patient's own cells. And we're a world leader in artificial heart implantation, all while training over 1,300 doctors every year. It's no small work. But to us, it's just another Banner day. Banner Health.
Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a diamond sourcing expert, I'll tell you just how differently we source our diamonds so your engagement ring can be the most beautiful. We work directly with our diamond partners who reserve the best stones just for us. We handpick and inspect each diamond, then negotiate the best price. At Shane Company, we believe this is the only way to properly buy a diamond, because a friend goes the extra mile to make sure you get your dream diamond at your dream price. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Ready to tackle each morning with the best sports information coming at you?
I'm going to take a logical approach.
Get that weekday mornings on KDUS AM 1060 from 6 to 9 a.m. with the Dan Patrick Show. Dan Patrick, the Danettes, sports icons, sports legends, celebrities, poll questions. The Dan Patrick Show has it all.
It's a crapshoot.
Be sure to lock your dials to AM 1060 or 100.7 HD2 from 6 to 9 a.m. Mornings just got better.
This story is about us.
Remind me, producer Evan, when we do buy or sell, because I should have some wings in here by then. I have a wing story for you. Another one. I told you about
story about the process of you making wings.
Yeah. We had a bit of a blunder last night.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I'll tell that story during buy or sell while I'm enjoying some wings. In the meantime, wrapping up hour number 1 here of the lunch break, and thanks for hanging out with us here today on the program. The MLB trade deadline, I don't want to say is right around the corner, but we're getting close. We're getting closer. I still don't know what side of the coin the Diamondbacks are ultimately going to be on, if they're going to be buyers or they're going to be sellers. I think you would lean towards them being sellers right now in this present moment, but one good week of baseball, 2 good weeks of baseball can completely flip that on its head. And so when I was reading a story yesterday by Buster Olney over on ESPN that was ranking the 12 executives that are under pressure at the deadline, It didn't surprise me that Mike Hazen's name wasn't on the list. He was not one of the 12, but it got me thinking after reading the story, is there pressure on Mike Hazen? Because just because he didn't make Buster Olney's list doesn't mean that there isn't pressure on him. Pressure from above, pressure from the fans, pressure from the organization, pressure from the media. Is there pressure on Mike Hazen? And I think the answer to that question depends on what mode they are in at the deadline. Are they buyers at the deadline? Because if this team is in a place to be a buyer at the deadline, I don't think there's any pressure on Mike Hazen at all. Do you want to know why I think that? Because do you remember the conversation in the winter, Producer Evan? All winter long. The weather was beautiful. The Diamondbacks weren't supposed to be relevant, right? Everybody was like, 2026, they're not going to be able to do anything.
Yeah, it was kind of a wash from a lot of people on this year. Yeah,
Corbin Burns is only going to come back in the middle of the season. 2027 is really the Diamondbacks' year to kind of reemerge as a contender. And we said on this show, hey, don't give up on 2026. This is still a talented enough group. We liked a lot of the moves that they made in the offseason. And so if they are in a position to be buyers at the deadline, mission accomplished, I think, if you're Mike Hazen. Because nobody thought you were going to be able to be in this mix come the deadline. So if you do that, yeah, maybe if you get it wrong at the deadline, if you get the wrong guys and you ultimately don't get into the playoffs, maybe there's a little bit of pressure. But I don't know if there's a massive amount of pressure on Mike Hazen. Do we think Mike Hazen's not going to be the general manager of this team next season?
No, I don't think there's a way in which he is not the general manager of this team.
Because we can point out
they're so tied to him now, and this roster is tied to him. And like what? Yeah, I thought this roster was flawed. Where I thought it was flawed, they've actually done well.
I was just going to say, the area that you thought he didn't do a good job in was the bullpen. The bullpen's been great. He rebuilt an entire bullpen in one offseason, and it is the strength of their team. I know Nolan Arenado has been struggling. That was a really good trade, right? That was a really good trade.
You're paying nothing on it.
Right.
He's been a productive member of this lineup for a lot of the season. I can't be mad at that trade either.
Now, are you really going to blame him for Merrill Kelly?
No, you can't.
You want to blame him for Zach Gallen? Okay. I'm sorry. I don't get on a GM for one-year deals. I just don't.
Say it's a one-year trial deal.
Yeah, I don't. You're not committed long-term. Now, if they gave Zach Gallen the multi-year extension, yeah, you look foolish right now. But you gave him a one-year deal. You gave him the qualifying offer. It was the same amount as the qualifying offer. I'm not going to hold that against him. Mike Soroka, one of the best value free agent signings of the offseason. He's been great. He's been really good. So he found that. Carlos Santana got hurt 8 games into the season. I know it wasn't a great 8-game sample, but maybe we wait more than 8 games to judge a signing or not. So yes, the roster is flawed. Yes, the roster has its concerns. Yes, the roster needs some young talent like a Jordan Lawler. By the way, that looks like a smart decision, sticking by Lawler. Waldschmidt was one of his draft picks, has been fast-tracked through the organization and contributed this year at the big league level. There's a lot to like, so I don't think there's really any pressure. The fact that here we are in June with this team still kind of hovering around the mix is a way better spot than probably most people thought this team was going to be in. The manager, that's a different story. And that's going to probably be the main storyline in the second half of the season. Hour number 1 of the program in the books. We got some wings and buy or sell in hour number 2 next, the lunch break. KDUS AM 1060.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.
It's John Holmberg here for LiftedTrucks.com, where work hard, play hard, drive harder isn't just a slogan, it's a lifestyle. If you've ever looked at your truck and thought, yeah, This thing needs some more attitude, then Lifted Trucks is the place for you. Lifted Trucks has an unbelievable inventory of trucks already built to turn heads. They're pre-lifted. They're ready to go. They're customized. They look tough, man. And they are making regular trucks look like they forgot leg day. Whether you're off-roading, towing, headed to work, or you just want to look cool pulling into the grocery store, they got something for everyone. My 2024 Ford Bronco is the only one that looks the way it looks on the road thanks to Lifted Trucks. I see a lot of Broncos out there. I don't see any of them that look like mine. That's pretty cool. You spend a lot of money for your car. You want it to represent you in a good way. And the team there knows trucks, man. They'll help you find the right fit without any of the pressure. It's the best experience I've ever had buying a truck. That's why I tell you about them. Go check them out today. LiftedTrucks.com. Work hard, play hard, drive harder.
The Smashing Pumpkins return. The Rats in a Cage Tour. 2 unique sets celebrating melancholy at 30 and nearly 4 decades of unruly hits and dark treasures. November 11th, Mortgage Matchup Center. Tickets on sale now at livenation.com. The Smashing Pumpkins. The Rats in a Cage Tour. Live.
We're chatting with our guest, always safety first, 811 Megaphone Man. You never stray from your mission of letting homeowners, landscapers, and excavators know you should always call 811 before you dig.
Call 811.
Call for both small and big jobs. And 2 working days in advance?
811.
Any parting words? And I'm guessing they will be.
Call 811 before you dig.
Brought to you by Southwest Gas.
811.
Update your kitchen. Act now and get up to 51% off your cabinetry, plus free upgrades during our summer remodel sale, going on all month long at Diamond Kitchen and Bath. Find cabinets that fit your style and budget, and enjoy a smooth, worry-free remodel backed by our in-house install team. Walk into any of our 4 Valley showrooms or visit DiamondKitchenandBath.com today to save on the kitchen you've been waiting for during our summer remodel sale. That's DiamondKitchenandBath.com.
AAA membership travels with you in any car, whether driver or passenger. It's 24/7 expert help with towing, battery, and branch services across the valley. Join AAA for less than $6 a month and add loved ones for half off. Call or visit your local branch today.
The KDUS AM 1060 app is brought to you by Law Bear Auto Accident Attorneys. Hurry to lawbear.com.
That's lawbear.com. The bear has your back.
Hour number 2 of the lunch break. KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan is on the other side of the glass. We kick off hour number 2, a little buy or sell. Producer Evan presents me with sports takes. Hottest takes in the valley. I have one choice. 2 choices, really. Buy or sell. Now, just to show off to the audience, I know Eric asked about this in hour number 1. Here we are. Plate of wings. We're going to work through these 8 here on the show today to move us closer and closer. All right, producer Evan, what do you got for me?
I love it.
I have my story to tell.
Yes.
So, my wife has been mostly in charge of the ordering of the wings.
Okay.
Because she's the person who puts together our Walmart orders. I'm the pickup guy. We don't.
And you just put him up, like.
We don't go in the store.
Order pickup.
I can't go into the store.
You also, on Walmart specifically, you save a lot of money doing that.
You do, but
better deals.
And the other thing too is I can't go into a store because most of the time somebody does something that just irritates me, and I just want to leave, and the whole mood of the day just deteriorates rapidly. Somebody's just standing in an aisle with their cart. Or my favorite is when somebody's just walking down the middle of the aisle in the parking lot, oblivious to the 3 cars behind them. So again, it's very quick where it deteriorates for me. It's probably an anger management issue that I should probably talk to a therapist about. So we do the pickup. My wife puts the order together. She's the one that's got the Walmart Plus account. Boom, boom, boom. I go, I pick it up. I'm the person that brings the groceries back, puts them away. That's the arrangement. So I went and picked up the wings yesterday. She was making them last night, doing all this stuff, and I walked out of my office, and she's like, "We got a problem." I'm like, "What do you mean we got a problem?" She goes, "Some of these are boneless." And I said, "Well, then someone else is going to have to eat those because I can't eat those. She goes, what do you mean? I'm like, oh, no. The whole point of this is that I have to eat the physical wing to make it even more messy than it currently is. So I have a Tupperware full of boneless honey barbecue wings that I don't know if they're going to get eaten. Because I certainly don't have any more room. I'm eating these honey barbecue ones as it is.
Oh, no. That sounds like a mess.
It was. This wing's really good.
What do you got there? Honey barbecue, you said?
Yeah, honey barbecue today.
That's really nice. That's really nice. All right, let's get into it. Ronaldo
These
is
are so
washed.
messy, though. Ronaldo is washed. Come on. You're being a little unfair.
I didn't see him sprint the whole game.
He made that nice run on the goal that he almost scored. 1-1 draw for Portugal against the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Yeah, it's funny.
Their
It's
first
a
World Cup
really-
since 1974.
Really important, or really disappointing draw. And huge for Spain, even though not in the same group. But two teams that were very disappointing takes kind of the pressure off.
The rest of that group is Colombia and Uzbekistan making their World Cup debut. So you would assume there's probably 3 points for Portugal against Uzbekistan. They're going to have to beat Colombia, even though that's the hardest game in the group for them.
That's Colombia's World Cup debut?
No, Uzbekistan.
Oh, okay.
Colombia's been in the World Cup.
That's what I was going to say.
No. So you 3 points against Uzbekistan feels good, right?
Correct.
Feel pretty good about that. So you're going to be on 4 points. Now, if you tie against Colombia, that's going to put you on 5.
Yes.
That's going to be a little hairy. That's not going to be great. So if you beat Colombia and you get to 7, now you're talking. Now you're probably going to win the group. You're going to be fine.
I think, because you need...
And now for the Democratic Republic of Congo, if they can beat Uzbekistan, they're going to be on 4 points. So they're going to have a say in this when they play Colombia. And if they can play Colombia the way they just played Portugal and get a point, and by the way, the way they played against Portugal, they could beat Colombia. So Group K, look out. Could be one of the more competitive groups after this result today. We're going to do a full whip around of the World Cup here in a little bit. A lot of star power on display yesterday, and we got a game coming up here in a little bit that's going to have some star power that I'm very much looking forward to.
That
But
game is going to be awesome. We will preview that a little bit.
I am
But
selling that Ronaldo is washed.
Ronaldo not washed, but a tough game one, especially after Messi goes hat-trick in game one. So, more than 10 teams will be trying to get Brendan Sorsby in the supplemental draft.
Yeah, there's a lot of quotes out there about the talent level of Sorsby and how many teams are interested, and I think it'll... Are you saying 10 teams put in a bid?
Yes. Oh, sell.
I think 10 teams are going to be interested. I think when it comes to... The 3 teams that I would really point to for bids are the Jets,
The
Cardinals, and the Browns.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 teams. And then there's, add in a mystery team or 2, a surprise team or 2. That gets you to 5.
Yeah, I think that's exactly where you'll be. I think that's exactly where you'll be.
I got to put together my big board for our dueling draft.
You don't have your big board yet.
I have it in my head. I don't have it written down. We're drafting mascots today. Sports mascots. It's National Mascot Day.
It is.
And,
very exciting.
And the first of the 3 drafts where producer Evan has the opportunity to swap. I have the first overall pick.
And I will be swapping.
And so, for the next 3 drafts, including this one, you have the opportunity to swap. You are going to use a swap here.
I will be using a swap because I don't believe you are going to make good picks at 2 and 3. I'm going to walk away with the 3 best mascots.
Okay.
No matter what.
Okay.
And I'm going to... Never mind. I won't give it away. If Brendan Sorsby is a Cardinal, he will start multiple games this year.
I don't think you do this after taking Carson Beck where you took him. If the idea is, we're just going to take Brendan Sorsby and stash him on our roster. Now, I don't know if he starts week 1. I don't know if he starts right away. Again, there's a potential NFL punishment that lingers over this. But yeah, if you're a team like the Browns, like the Jets, like the Cardinals, that could potentially end up with Brendan Sorsby. I think you are doing so with the idea of let's play him as much as we think is possible in this upcoming season, so we are a little bit ahead of everybody else when it comes time to the 2027 draft class.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because what would be horrendous process would be to take him, not play him, and then get to the 2027 draft and be like, well, we got Brendan Sorsby. Like, no, you're going to want to have some type of insight as to what kind of pro quarterback Sorsby is.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair. And I think if you do bring him in, it is with the idea that you're giving him a chance to take the reins and be the franchise guy.
Yeah, I don't, again.
And would you start both of them?
In the Cardinals case, because you took Beck, if you're then going to double down and then also take Sorsby, you're doing so with the idea of these guys are going to play. It's a competition, man. The best player plays.
No, 100%. The Suns will trade Royce O'Neal or Grayson Allen before the draft.
Ooh, before the draft. I just haven't heard any rumors of that, right? I think everybody is kind of running to this idea of, oh, well, this is how they'll get a first-round pick, or, oh, this is how they'll get more draft capital. But I haven't really heard any specific rumors that have linked teams to Grayson Allen, to Royce O'Neal. I just think there's this big picture idea of trading them rather than individual rumors that point us to a trade.
Yeah, I think that's fair. And I think that this, local media specifically has put out there that the Suns are going to trade them. And it feels like we've kind of been having the same conversations for the last few off seasons, the last few trade deadlines, and it just never really feels that real.
Yeah, I would agree.
The D-backs will win tonight to salvage a series win.
Well, hopefully they win this afternoon.
Sorry, this afternoon.
Yeah,
I always do that.
Hopefully tonight the game isn't still going.
And I always do that.
They're not playing a marathon.
I apologize.
Yeah, they get started in about 28 minutes. Yes, they will win today. They will win today. Erod gets career win number 100.
That's so good for Erod that you can't put him on weekend winner.
But I did just say he's going to win game number 100 today.
Yes.
So is that the same as the weekend winner curse?
I think so. Similar. What do you think?
I mean, my take and note track record isn't very good either.
No, not very good.
Yeah. It's just a generationally bad run right now. But look out, because when we get hot,
you're going to go on a run.
We're going to go on a run.
We're not even going to believe.
No.
You're going to have to see it to believe it.
Yeah. And now there's part of me that's hoping that my generationally bad run leads all the way up to football season.
And it just gets you hot for the picks.
That's
segment.
right. I can get hot for the picks.
Listen, you're going to need a big comeback season for the pick segment because this has been more grueling than you ever thought imaginable.
I just don't want to eat chicken wings ever again. I'm just so done.
It also didn't help that the Friday before they brought chicken wings into the office.
That didn't help either. I just had a couple like it wasn't a problem at all. Those should retroactively count. Those 4 or 5 that I had. They should count.
I warned you. I was like, hey, you want wings? Like, it'll be fine.
I was like, oh, yeah. Get me prepared, a little warm up. What a mistake that was.
The Diamondbacks will be within 2 games of the wild card by the time the trade deadline comes around. If they're outside of that, are they sellers?
How many teams are in front of them, right?
Yeah, I guess that. Are you the first team out?
And what are the teams in front of you doing, right? If there's 5 or 6 teams in front of you and they're all buying, then you're going to have to buy to keep pace. And I don't know if you're going to do that because if there's that many buyers, are there that many sellers, right? So, and right now, the reason why I was quick on the buzzer, I don't think the Diamondbacks right now have the pitching staff. I just don't. I have not seen enough lately to think they have a pitching staff that's going to keep them in this race.
Yeah. Yeah, no, what redeeming quality has anybody on the pitching staff showed you?
And sure, you can point to one start here, one start there for all these guys. But you can't point to the consistent stretch that tells you that this pitching staff is going to keep them in. They didn't stand a chance last night with Merrill Kelly pitching as poorly as he did. They didn't stand a chance.
Not at all.
I know they only had 4 hits. I got that. The offense has its own fair share of problems. But you're just not giving your team a chance. So I'm just still skeptical of this starting rotation. And so until proven otherwise, I don't know if they're going to be in this come the deadline.
Jacoby Brissett will start less than 3 games as an Arizona Cardinal this year. Would it change your mind on this if Sorsby played? Bye.
I mean, if Sorsby's around, I think Brissett starts less games. I still think it would be more than 3, though.
Okay.
Because
5?
Again, I'm assuming, and maybe foolish of me to assume, I'm assuming a punishment from the NFL for Brendan Sorsby.
I think we're all kind of assuming that.
That it's going to be, 3 or 4 games.
I think we're all kind of assuming.
So somebody's going to have to start those 3 or 4 games. And it'll probably be Jacoby Brissett. So he'll start more than 3 games, yeah.
I think, man, if there's a punishment and you want to play Sorsby, is there a quicker runway to play back to see how he plays so that we can turn Sorsby?
Here's the other question. If you get Sorsby, you're not keeping 4 QBs, so who's the odd man out? It's not going to be Sorsby. It's not going to be Carson Beck. So you're talking either one of Brissett or Minshew. That you're going to, in the case of Minshew, you're going to sign and then get rid of by the time the season begins. Or in the case of Brissett, you're just going to move on from. That feels the more likely avenue. That they just decide, you know what, these contract talks, they get Sorsby, right? They win the bid. Brissett holds out going into training camp, or he becomes a hold-in, and they just say, you know what, forget it. We're good. We'll have Gardner Minshew be our starter for the first 3 weeks of the season. And we'll hand things off to Carson Beck. Or Beck will have an actual legitimate chance to beat out Gardner Minshew to be the starter.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. This is especially if they add Sorsby, this is a mess.
It's a loaded quarterback room.
A mess of a quarterback room.
Loaded quarterback room. A lot of bodies.
Lot of bodies. I don't know if I can find a quarterback room that has had more bodies in my lifetime in it that all could play. You have right now 3 quarterbacks on the roster that could play this year. You add Sorsby, you're going to have 4. They could all get a start.
Yep.
Never really a great sign. You don't love hearing that.
No, because it probably means you don't have anybody that's really good.
If you have a quarterback battle, you probably don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
Typically what they tell you, right?
That's usually how it works out.
ASU football.
Whoa.
Will hit its over wins this year.
What is it?
8.5.
Yeah, I'm a believer.
So, and the reason I said this is because we did this earlier, and you had them at 8. You had them losing to Texas Tech.
Wow, flip it now. No Sorsby. 9 wins, baby.
So now you're buying.
By the way, I have some breaking news. I want an immediate reaction from you. No. I don't need the sounder. Devin Booker changing his number.
What?
It's going from 1 to 15.
Why?
He's wearing his number that he wears in the Olympics, and it's to honor his dad. It's going from 1 to 15. Wow. Instant reaction to that.
I feel, wow. I've never seen a superstar player for a certain organization 10 years into their run for an organization change their number.
I mean, you're being sarcastic, or are you being funny, or what? Because the way you set that up, you have to be being funny, right? Because, I mean, you just described Kobe Bryant. I mean, so you have to be, because he was 8 and then he was 24.
Yeah.
And we know Devin Booker idolizes Kobe Bryant. So he's kind of following in those footsteps. What you're like, nobody's ever played for one franchise and 10 years in changed their number. And I'm like, does he realize what he's doing here?
Outside of that.
Okay, outside of, one of the most notable examples of it in the history of sports. Yes, you don't see a lot of this.
I mean.
But he's going from 1 to 15. Which, by the way, I've seen some people point out on social media, that was Mark Williams' number. So if Mark Williams comes back, he's not going to be wearing 15 next season. Should we read into that?
Yeah, Mark. See you, Mark.
Buy or sell. Mark Williams is going to play for the Suns next season.
Mark Williams going to wear one.
Mark Williams is going to wear one. Oh, that would be something. No, nobody's going to wear one.
Feel bad for all those kids with Booker jerseys.
No, those are still great.
No, they're not. What if? You know what would immediately make it not great? Is if he wins a championship in 15. Nobody's going to want a 1 jersey.
No, people are going to want a 1 jersey. It's going to be a relic. It's going to be...
That's all I got for you.
There you have it.
Wow.
Another great edition of Buy or Sell. When we come back, it is time for a dueling draft. It is National Mascot Day, so we draft the best sports mascots. We'll do it next. The lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
While Brissett will be in attendance, it's uncertain how much on-field work he will do. So my read of that is it went from a holdout and it will now become a hold-in. To be honest, him being there and not doing anything is almost more of a distraction. We've seen this. This is the new way players go about getting their contractual demands filled. They don't hold out and not show up, but you're starting to see more players be hold-ins.
Live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
My Chemical Romance, The Black Parade 2026. Live at Chase Field, September 6th, 2026. With special guest, Jimmy Eat World. Get tickets now at livenation.com. For more, visit mychemicalromance.com.
If you're a fan of any sport on the planet, college or pro, then we are right where you want to be. Real sports fans need a sports book powered by Hard Rock Bet. Follow the money line to Twin Arrows and too much fun. Twin Arrows. The best indoor tailgate party in Flagstaff with massive HD screens, cold drinks, game time food specials, and best service is at Arrow Sports Bar. After the game, get back in the game at craps, blackjack, and slots. Now that's too much fun. The place to come when you want to have too much fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP.
Try the turkey, bacon, and avocado at Port of Subs. Fresh, craveable, and loaded with flavor. Order now at portofsubs.com.
Slice fresh sandwiches, Port of Subs.
Superstar Car Wash, the car wash with superpowers. Sign up for a free car wash today. That's right, totally free for a limited time. Because we love what makes you shine. See website for details.
I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. Falling in love with soccer will take time for the United States, but if there is any shortcut to accelerating that process, it happened yesterday. America loves stars. When Caitlin Clark captivated the nation, interest in women's basketball exploded. When Lance Armstrong dominated cycling, millions paid attention to a sport they had rarely followed. The rivalry between Magic and Bird helped transform the NBA. Great players do more than just win games. They create fans. Soccer delivered exactly that kind of star power yesterday. Lionel Messi reminded the world of why he remains the GOAT with a hat trick. Kylian Mbappe had 2 goals of his own. The biggest names shined the brightest when the spotlight was at its most intense. The United States may never abandon its traditional sports, but if soccer wants to win over more American fans, it needs superstars front and center. And yesterday was exactly that. I'm Dan Patrick, and this is Above the Noise. When money's tight and you're behind, every dollar counts. And Liberty Mutual can help you catch up to make that back nine rally to win, if you will. Liberty Mutual comes up clutch by customizing your car and home insurance to save you money, especially when you bundle. It's insurance built for real people with partners that work hard to help you keep more of what matters most in your pocket. Liberty, Liberty, Liberty. Get a quote at libertymutual.com or with your local independent agent. Millions of people move every year for all kinds of reasons. When that time comes, it helps to go with a company you can trust. Penske Truck Rental. Their trucks are clean, newer, well-maintained, and you get free unlimited miles on one-way rentals. And there's no fee if you want to change your reservation. They've got over 2,000 locations and live support around the clock. Penske helps you gain ground like no other company can. Go to PenskeTruckRental.com or download the Penske Truck Rental app.
Ready to tackle each morning with the best sports information coming at you?
I'm going to take a logical approach.
Get that weekday mornings on KDUS AM 1060 from 6 to 9 a.m. with the Dan Patrick Show. Dan Patrick, the Danettes, sports icons, sports legends, celebrities, poll questions. The Dan Patrick Show has it all.
It's a crapshoot.
Be sure to lock your dials to AM 1060 or 100.7 HD2 from 6 to 9 a.m. Mornings just got better.
This story is about us.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you here today on the show. 8 more wings down, putting us at 191 wings done in this challenge. So by the end of the day, I will be over the 200 mark with just a few more wings to go. Thank goodness.
That's huge for you.
Because what did I start the day at? 183? I know we did the math earlier.
Yes.
It was 112. It was 112 at the end of last week. I've eaten 75 already this week. So that put us at 100 and, what did I just say? 112 and 75.
You're at
187.
You're at 91 or 191.
No, I just ate 8. I'm at 195.
195.
I'm at 195 wings out of the 250. So I have 55 wings to go.
So you just need 25 more today.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll do that, but the 8 that I just ate went down pretty smooth. So
good.
There could be a chance too. And the pack that I have today had 20 in them.
Okay.
So I may eat the other 12 here to then be 20 down, and then I would just need to eat 11 at dinner time, which
very doable.
Which would be very doable because that would be 31 wings today, which I think is reasonable.
Very reasonable.
Okay, it is National Mascot Day. So our dueling draft is for drafting sports mascots. Do you know there's a Mascot Hall of Fame?
Really?
That's what the internet tells me.
I didn't know that.
I may have to take somebody that's in the Mascot Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I have the first pick.
You do.
And easy. People are going to call me a homer, but he's the best mascot.
Yeah, you're going to take the Philly Fanatic.
Yep.
And you're going to waste a selection.
That is crazy.
Because you could have him with your last pick.
Nah. Listen, I would take him 1 because that's where he deserves to be taken. I will pass it over to you. You have 2 picks.
I am going to go. Oh, boy. Give me the San Diego chicken.
Terrible.
And give me the Suns gorilla. Two great selections.
You thought you won the barbecue?
No,
this is terrible. You want the San Diego chicken.
Yep. And I want the Suns gorilla.
And the Suns gorilla.
Yep, that's me. I feel great about it.
I'll be honest. You may not. You really shouldn't come back.
Guaranteed I win this draft.
You really.
Okay.
I don't know if you should keep
Well, how about you just shut up and make your next selection instead of just bashing my 2 picks?
This is really, really historically bad.
Okay.
Yep. I just want to let you know that. Okay. I am going to be taking Lucille. The San Francisco Giants.
Yep, I'm familiar.
He's the best.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like him?
No, it's a fine selection.
It's a tremendous selection.
It's a fine selection.
It's a tremendous selection. And then I will take, and I just want to double check his name.
You want to give me the sport?
I will take Blue.
The Indianapolis Colts mascot?
Yes.
Give me Brutus.
Terrible.
From Ohio State.
Okay.
Give me Mr. Met.
I knew you were going to take Mr. Met. I left him there for you.
Thanks.
That's the kind of guy I am.
I really appreciate it.
All right. Give me the Florida Gator.
Okay.
That's an all-timer.
Mm-hmm.
And give me... Debating on who I want to take. I'm between a couple guys here. So just please hold 1 minute.
Okay. I have... Let me see. I'm going to write his name down. I got 3 right now on my big board.
You do?
I do. Yeah.
What sport?
2 college, 1 hockey.
I have a hockey one and a college. All right, I'm going to do something crazy.
Okay.
Give me the Stanford tree.
That was on my big board.
Yeah.
Stanford tree was one of my 3. Okay. I have the Syracuse orange on my big board.
Yeah, I thought about him.
I have Gritty on my big board.
That's who I have on mine.
I am considering Benny the Bull.
And this is your last pick.
My last pick. I've got 2 baseball.
Benny the Bull is by far the best NBA mascot.
Well, I've got the Suns gorilla. So I've got an NBA representative. I have a college representative. I have 2 baseball. I'm going to go well-rounded. Give me Gritty.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I love my draft. I'm very well-rounded. Very well-rounded draft by me.
I dominated this draft.
No, absolutely not. To recap, the San Diego Chicken, the Suns Gorilla, Brutus, Mr. Met, and Gritty for me as the top 5 best sports mascots in this draft.
John says Lucille is not as good as their crab they used to have.
So imagine picking not even the best San Francisco Giants mascot.
I got to be honest.
With your 2nd overall pick, couldn't be me.
I love Lucille. I'm really, really pumped. Have you ever seen Lucille dressed like R2-D2?
What? No, I have not.
Oh, you're going to love him. You're going to love him. I have, some guys I thought about. Do you know Dinger?
The Colorado Rockies mascot.
Yes.
And we were both in agreement that we're not taking Blooper. That wasn't happening.
Guy stinks.
That wasn't happening.
I really thought about Dinger.
I said Benny the Bull. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones that I was considering. No, that was really it. The Stanford tree was one that I liked. The Syracuse orange.
The Stanford tree, the Syracuse orange I thought about. I thought about taking Sparky.
Yeah, I mean, do I take the leprechaun from Notre Dame? considered that as well.
I don't like ones not in costume.
Right, I think that's a little, I don't know if
thought about my guy Raymond.
Excuse me? Who?
The Rays mascot, Raymond.
I have no idea who that is.
Oh, you got to Google him. You would love him. Raymond Rays. He's the best.
I think I won this one.
I don't think so.
I think I did. I think the swap was bad by you.
It's a great swap.
No, because I think you would have gotten all your same picks without swapping.
I dominated. You took two horrible picks.
Horrible picks, he says.
The Suns gorilla is the grossest looking costume.
Well, I think it's maybe the best mascot in all sports. That's why we took it number 2 overall.
It's completely ridiculous.
And the San Diego chicken is an all-time mascot. I don't know. Mistakes all around by you. Mistakes all around.
You made me a mistake. You took Brutus. Brutus stinks.
Oh, Brutus is great.
He's not even a top 5 college mascot.
Iconic.
The Gator, way more iconic. And you don't have an ESPN commercial with Steve Irwin like my team does.
I mean, the Florida Gator does have that. But I think Brutus is in a This Is SportsCenter commercial. I think he is. There you have it. A dueling draft here on a Wednesday. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. You can also chat away with us over on the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream if you want to sound off on our dueling drafts. When we come back, it was a day full of star power yesterday at the World Cup. We'll talk about it next. The Lunch Break, KDUS AM 1060.
It's The Lunch Break with Chris Schubert.
While Brissett will be in attendance, it's uncertain how much on-field work he will do. So my read of that is it went from a holdout and it will now become a hold-in. To be honest, him being there and not doing anything is almost more of a distraction. We've seen this. This is the new way players go about getting their contractual demands filled. They don't hold out and not show up, but you're starting to see more players be hold-ins.
Live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
This is Michael with Restore My Civil Rights. For many listeners, a criminal record can feel permanent. Thankfully, Arizona law allows convictions to be set aside and civil rights, including Second Amendment rights, to be restored. For the hundreds of listeners we have assisted to date, the results have been life-changing. If you're ready to find out what's possible for yourself or a loved one, we can help. To book a free consultation today, call 855-GUN-RIGHTS or visit RestoreMyCivilRights.com. That's RestoreMyCivilRights.com.
Somber presents You Are the Reason Tour. Fresh from selling out shows all around the world. See Somber live in Glendale. Desert Diamond Arena, October 14th, with special guests Tom Odell and The Help. Get tickets now at sombermusic.com.
Okay, here we go. Let's talk diamond sourcing. Hi, I'm Dustin, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As one of 3 diamond sourcing experts, I'm going to explain just how differently we source our diamonds and why that guarantees your engagement ring will be the most beautiful. For starters, there's no middleman. We source directly from trusted industry leaders we've partnered with for generations. We work with them in person and negotiate on our customers' behalf so they get the best prices possible. We also pay our partners in cash, and in return, they reserve the most beautiful diamonds just for us. I handpick and inspect each stone under 10 times magnification. Other jewelers use the Diamond Database to buy stones sight unseen with grainy pictures and videos. When you purchase a diamond engagement ring with Shane Company, you can trust that me and my team have personally handpicked your stone for its unique fire, brilliance, and scintillation. Because a friend goes the extra mile to make sure you get your dream diamond at your dream price. Visit us in-store or at shaneco.com to find yours. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
America First Credit Union has everything you need to get your money working. And for a limited time, new members get a $150 cash bonus for opening a checking account and $200 more for enrolling in and using direct deposit. If you're ready to do more with your money and get up to $350 cash, head to americafirst.com and become a member today. Subject to membership, eligibility, terms, creditworthiness, change, and conditions. Additional requirements may apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal Opportunity Lender.
A bean and cheese burrito for $1. In this economy? Hell yeah. Del Taco's new Get a Lot for What You've Got value menu has over 10 items, like the value bean and cheese burrito with red or green sauce for, you guessed it, $1. Del Taco is winning the value game with some of your favorite items, like the snack taco, mini shakes, and the $1 value bean and cheese burrito. Did we mention it was just $1? I know, we can't believe it either. Get to Del Taco today. Hell yeah. Price and participation may vary.
Ready to tackle each morning with the best sports information coming at you?
I'm going to take a logical approach.
Get that weekday mornings on KDUS AM 1060 from 6 to 9 a.m. with the Dan Patrick Show. Dan Patrick, the Danettes, sports icons, sports legends, celebrities, poll questions. The Dan Patrick Show has it all.
It's a crapshoot.
Be sure to lock your dials to AM 1060 or 100.7 HD2 from 6 to 9 a.m. Mornings just got better.
This story is about us.
It was a star-powered day in the World Cup yesterday. Had 3 different superstar players in their own right for their national teams score at least 2 goals. First, it was Kylian Mbappe for France scoring twice. Then it was Erling Haaland for Norway scoring twice. And then the cherry on top last night, because of course he did, in what is going to be his last World Cup, Lionel Messi scored a hat trick last night. A hat trick for Lionel Messi in what is going to be his last World Cup. He now, I heard this stat this morning, is the youngest player to score a goal for Argentina and the oldest player to score a goal for Argentina in the World Cup. He holds both of those records at the same time. It's how special of a player he was. And the stars were out yesterday. We mentioned those 3. Cristiano Ronaldo played today for Portugal in their 1-1 draw. He couldn't get on the board, although had a golden chance late in that game. There's going to be a ton of star power when England takes on Croatia here in about 18 minutes. And I just continue day by day feel like soccer is having its moment in the United States. That it feels like the game is actually growing in front of our eyes. And yesterday, I think, played a large part in it because there is so much made about how there isn't a lot of scoring. There isn't a lot of star power. There isn't a lot of these, Mahomes making no-look passes, throwing 50, 60-yard bombs for touchdowns, right? LeBron James, Steph Curry knocking down the final shot. There aren't those types of moments all the time in soccer. Well, yesterday, you had 3 different superstars in 3 different games provide what soccer needs to break through here in the United States, which is star power, and they had it on display yesterday. It was massive, huge.
Yeah, what a great day. And, even for the casual fans in me, what an awesome, awesome day. To see Erling Haaland, who has become my favorite player here, net 2, then that be kind of, or I guess it was Mbappe first, then Haaland, then Messi. It was awesome. It was awesome. And France got off to kind of a slower start, and you're like, oh no, are their superstars not coming to play? And that second half from them was everything that has made this World Cup so exciting. And then you get into the Norway game, you see Haaland net 2, and then Argentina and Messi, and he was fantastic. The best part so far about these World Cups, despite a 0-0 game in Atlanta between Spain and who did they play again?
Cape Verde.
Cape Verde. Every game has had at least a goal in it.
Yeah,
it's been a great showing, and it has grown excitement for me, for all of the other casual soccer fans who don't watch any of the other leagues out there. This has been extremely exciting to watch, and yeah, I think it's really going to help the sport grow within the United States.
Yeah, and listen, the U.S. has only played once. It was a very good win for them the other night on Friday. They play again Friday night against Australia in their second group match. But, it has been so much fun every single day watching some new storyline develop. And the game that I've been looking forward to the most here in this first set of games comes up here in a little bit when England takes on Croatia. Just a game that you circle and you get amped for because there's talent on both sides here. And England's got some of the best talent in the world, and they've been trying to put it together for a while now, and so they will try to start their run here in this one. And yeah, it's just been so much fun. I've enjoyed it. I've even enjoyed more the way people like you. I have a buddy who's not a huge soccer fan who's been asking me random questions, and he's like, I know I can just Google this stuff. He's like, but I know this is your thing, so I'd rather just ask you to get more nuance and more detail. And to see him be excited, he bought the EA soccer video game.
I've been playing it too.
I mean, it just that is how you grow the game. This is how a sport grows and develops, and it helps if the U.S. can continue to go on a run.
I was going to say, and it helps that the U.S. team, one, it feels like this may be the best team they've had ever or in a long time, and two, that they were able to be so successful in game one, and it feels like they're going to go on a little bit of a run. And that draws out excitement. You get 4 games every day. They've dominated the clock. They've spaced these out so exceptionally well, too. So it's been great. It's been really, really fun. And, hats off to FIFA. Hats off to everybody who's hosted a World Cup game. Because the other thing, too, I think, as somebody who lives here, I've been happy to see, one, how welcoming, it feels like it has been. And I'm not saying that that's, everywhere, but so far you've only heard good, and how, well represented all these different cities have been. Doesn't feel like there's been any major issues with any of the fields, stadiums, anything like that. So it's been really cool to see how well it's gone so far.
Yeah, it's been great. It's been fun, and yesterday was a big day, right? To have those 3 stars who they're stars in their own right for their clubs, for the leagues that they play in, to have those moments for their national team, that's what this tournament's about. Those are the moments that you live for in a tournament like this, and it was just really great to see. 480-864-1060 is the phone number for you to join us here today on the program. You can also chat away with us, the KDUS AM 1060 YouTube live stream. When we come back, it is all the stories we didn't get to here today on the program. It is the leftovers. We get to them next. The lunch break, KDUS AM 1060.
It's the lunch break with Chris Schubert.
While Brissett will be in attendance, it's uncertain how much on-field work he will do. So my read of that is it went from a holdout and it will now become a hold-in. To be honest, him being there and not doing anything is almost more of a distraction. We've seen this. This is the new way players go about getting their contractual demands filled. They don't hold out and not show up, but you're starting to see more players be hold-ins.
Live Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Santana, Oneness Tour 2026. The power, the energy. Come celebrate your favorite hits from Woodstock to Supernatural and beyond. With very special guest, the Doobie Brothers. Friday, August 14th, Mortgage Matchup Center. On sale now at livenation.com. Santana and Doobie Brothers, Oneness Tour 2026.
Plumbing problems never knock. They kick down the door at the worst possible time. A burst pipe turning your kitchen into a water park? A clogged drain bubbling like a swamp monster? Don't panic. Gettle wrestles plumbing nightmares for a living. Our perfectionist plumbers handle it all with the precision of a surgeon and the enthusiasm of a game show host. From sewer line repairs to water filtration to tankless water heaters, your home sparkles like we've never even been there, except your plumbing actually works now. Gettle, G-O-E-T-T-L, will fix your pipes, but it's hard to spell.
In Arizona, we expect big things. The Grand Canyon, wide open skies, And now there's Jumbo Bucks Scratchers from the Arizona Lottery. They're bigger than big. They're jumbo. They've got jumbo prizes up to $1 million, jumbo bonus multipliers, and a jumbo promotion with $2 million in Players Club prizes with a grand prize of $1 million. So go for big, go for jumbo, and play Jumbo Bucks Scratchers today. Arizona Lottery. Love the play.
Got things you don't need? Goodwill can put them to good use. This summer, donate your gently used items and score a 20% off coupon for your next Goodwill treasure hunt. It's a win for your home, a win for your wallet, and a win for the community because every donation funds local job training and career development programs. Drive up, drop off, done. Goodwill, a nonprofit, makes donating easy and accepts almost anything. Find a convenient drop-off location at goodwillaz.org today.
Ready to tackle each morning with the best sports information coming at you?
I'm going to take a logical approach.
Get that weekday mornings on KDUS AM 1060 from 6 to 9 a.m. with the Dan Patrick Show. Dan Patrick, the Danettes, sports icons, sports legends, celebrities, poll questions. The Dan Patrick Show has it all.
It's a crapshoot.
Be sure to lock your dials to AM 1060 or 100.7 HD2 from 6 to 9 a.m. Mornings just got better.
This story is about us.
Back here on the lunch break, KDUS AM 1060. Chris Schubert, producer Evan, hanging out with you today here on the show. It is time for all the stories we didn't get to here today. And we start with a big one because there is a major in golf this weekend. So that means I just sit back. I kick my feet up.
You sit back. Let me take the wheel here because I'm going to do it.
U.S. Open picks.
The U.S. Open.
Give me Bryson DeChambeau.
Starts tomorrow. I'll tell you who I'm not going to pick is Bryson DeChambeau. And listen, you got to be careful with this one, but the course is at Shinnecock Hills. So that's where we're at. That is in, tell everybody where that is, Evan. Please hold.
I'm just a passenger for this segment.
I've never heard it. Were we upstate New York?
Yes.
You know this area?
No. You're
No. I'm on Long Island.
Yeah, you're on Long Island. You're out west. You're out east, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm up in the Hamptons.
That's right. Southampton.
Okay, I'm on Long Island.
That's right. My neck of the woods. Not really.
I was going to say, that's not really that close to you, right?
About an hour from me.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I know everybody's been dying for who's going to win on Long Island.
It's very good because it is on Long Island. Because you're on the island. You're not in an island. You're on an island.
Listen, I know.
Oh, nothing grinds my gears more than that.
What, on Long Island?
Oh, you live in Long Island? No, it's on Long Island. On. It's an island. I live on it.
Okay. I can see you're upset. I can see.
Is that part of New York? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's part of New York.
All right. Are you ready for my picks?
Bryson DeChambeau.
I have 4 picks.
Bryson DeChambeau.
I always give you a winner, a top 5, 2 top 10s.
Yep.
I will give you DeChambeau if you really want it. We'll make it 5.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. All right. We'll start with my top 10 picks. Similar to how you picked Kyle Larson, because of the metrics, is how I feel about Ludwig Oberg. A guy who consistently sits at the top of ball striking metrics and is one of the best iron players on the tour. And so I just keep going back to it. So for me to finish top 10 at plus 240, give me Ludwig Oberg.
Okay.
Also in the top 10, a guy who's been playing some really good golf recently. Wyndham Clark, plus 375. Don't hate taking Wyndham Clark. Don't hate throwing Patrick Reed in there if you were doing a top 10 parlay of 3 guys and you wanted a third to finish in the top 10. Patrick Reed, who always seems to show up in majors, and I just like that value at plus 345. For my top 5 finisher, also at plus 345, Xander Schauffele. Xander has not been able to really break through that next level this year. He's kind of has a bunch of top 10 finishes, top 15 finishes, hasn't been able to climb really into the top 5 and push for a win in some of the bigger tournaments. I think he does that this weekend. I think he is constantly in the mix. Don't hate sprinkling a little bit as a winner at plus 1,900, but a guy who I think will finish in the top 5. And my pick to win. Everybody's going to tell you Scotty. I don't think there's bad value in that. Everybody's going to tell you Rory. I don't think there's bad value in that. John Rahm.
Wow, he's going with the ASU guy.
Plus 1175. $10 to win 110 for John Rahm. It just feels like a year where he's been playing so much good golf. And for a guy who has consistently played some of his best golf in some majors, not all the time. He's fallen off over the last few years. I get it. But he has come back in 2026. He has looked good. And I just think he gets that U.S. Open this year. And I think he does it this weekend on Long Island at Shinnecock Hills.
So that's
Thank you, everybody. If you parlayed all of them and you wanted to put $10 on it, you would win $12,510.
So those are your official plays
Those are my official plays.
for the 2026 U.S. Open.
Correct.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody likes them.
Sure, we'll get an update during the leftovers tomorrow and on Friday as the rounds get underway.
Speaking of updates, Diamondbacks down 1-0.
It's going to be hard to get win number 100 if you're down 1-0.
Well, yes, that is true. You are down 1-0 right now.
So the jinx is still real at the moment.
I was gonna say, just stop bringing it up.
The jinx or Erod going for win number 100? Maybe both. Maybe I really shouldn't be bringing up both.
Maybe you really should not be bringing up both.
All right, what else we got in the leftovers?
Ladd McConkey, reports came out about his injury, but he will be ready for training camp, should be ready to go for the entire season for the Chargers. Needs a big bounce back year for the Chargers. Was his fourth year receiver?
Third year receiver.
Third year receiver.
I think. Yeah, third year receiver.
Third year. Yeah.
Chargers are going to be a really interesting team this year.
They are.
Because you look at them on paper and you think that they're good enough to be in the conversation.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same conversations we have every year, right?
Would it shock you if they won the division?
No.
Mahomes coming off of the injury. The Broncos, maybe Bo Nix hits a little bit of a wall. He's coming off of an injury.
Wouldn't shock me at all.
So there's a world where they can win the division.
Yeah, there's a world they can win the division, and I wouldn't be shocked by that.
So, big year for them, and they're going to need McConkey in a big way.
They are. And listen, they have to take that next step for him.
Yeah.
Because, you can't have this linger over Herbert, right? This conversation, and I think it's the best example, is maybe what happened in the finals. Herbert may never get over losing a playoff game like they did to Jacksonville.
Say that again?
Herbert may never get over losing a playoff game like they did to Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing we are saying about
Just
Wemby,
with Wemby.
right? Are you going to get over that? Well, until you do, no, right? Until you actually avenge yourself.
I know Luka Modric is also old, but he looks old up there.
He's been doing this a long time for Croatia. Yeah. he's been at this.
I know but you look at Ronaldo and Messi, they don't look as old. Modric looks old.
He's been doing this for a long time.
He's been doing this. This England team, this feels like the best squad they've ever had.
Is that because you just know some of the names on the list? And some of these other teams, you're like, I don't know who any of these players are.
I know 3 players. Like, know 3 players coming into this.
Three players in total, or 3 players on the England team?
On the England team.
Harry Kane.
Yep.
Declan Rice.
Correct.
Who would be the third?
Jude Bellingham.
Okay, that was going to be what I was going to suggest, but that's not, a household name. It's going to do it for us. Wednesday edition of the show in the books. Jim Rome, he's coming up next. Producer Evan, thank you for all that you do. Everybody, have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow. See ya.
AM 1060 KDUS Tempe Phoenix and KSLX HD2 Scottsdale Phoenix.